The sunken place. This feeling, my friends, is what we call the void stage in the context of a spiritual awakening. The void stage isn't just a simple phase, it's a profound, often challenging period marked by a sense of emptiness, detachment, and a feeling of being adrift. Imagine being on a boat in the middle of the ocean with no land in sight, no stars to guide your way. The void stage feels quite similar. It's like you're floating, unanchored in an expanse of nothingness. But it's not just about the feeling of being lost or detached. It's about the silence, the stillness, the vast emptiness that engulfs you. Yet within this emptiness, there's a potential for renewal, for rebirth. It's a space where you can shed your old identities and attachments, where you can let go of what no longer serves you. It's a blank canvas, a clean slate, an opportunity to start anew. This stage may feel daunting, maybe even a bit scary, but remember, it's a transformative phase of your spiritual journey. It's a space where you can introspect, where you can seek within, where you can discover your true self. The void stage is an integral part of your spiritual evolution, a space of profound introspection and potential renewal. What if, instead of resisting, you chose to embrace the emptiness? It's a question that invites contemplation, isn't it? The void stage is often misunderstood as a period of aimless drifting, a time of loss and emptiness. Yet within this seeming desolation lies an opportunity, a fertile ground for rebirth and renewal. Imagine the emptiness as a blank canvas, untouched and full of potential. It's a space where old patterns, beliefs and identities can dissolve, making way for the new. It's a place of pure potentiality, a field of all possibilities. Resistance to this emptiness, this void, is often our first instinct. We seek to fill the void, to escape its vast and intimidating expanse. But what if we chose to embrace it instead? Embracing the void is not about passivity or resignation. Rather, it's an active engagement with the unknown, a conscious surrender to the unformed and the undefined. It's like diving into a deep and endless ocean, not to drown, but to discover what lies beneath the surface. When we embrace the emptiness, we open ourselves to the transformative power of the void stage. We allow ourselves to be reshaped and remolded by the forces of spiritual evolution. The emptiness becomes a crucible for our transformation, a cocoon where we metamorphose into the person we are destined to become. Embracing the void is a courageous act of surrender to the unknown, a step towards profound growth. So, the next time you find yourself in the void stage, remember, it's not an abyss but a gateway, a doorway to a deeper understanding of your true self. Have you ever felt like you're losing your sense of self? It's a disconcerting feeling, isn't it? This sensation often arises during the void stage of a spiritual awakening. As you embark on this spiritual journey, you may start to feel a profound sense of loss, particularly the loss of identity. Imagine a snake shedding its old skin or a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. These natural processes are akin to what happens during the void stage. The identities we've held on to, whether they be tied to our professions, our relationships, or our personal achievements, begin to dissolve. This can feel disorienting, even frightening. But it's important to remember that this shedding of old identities is a necessary part of our spiritual evolution. Like the snake and the butterfly, we too must let go of our old selves to make way for the new. As our attachments to past identities lessen, we create room for new possibilities. This is not to say that the process is easy. It can be deeply challenging to let go of the familiar and step into the unknown. But it's within this space of uncertainty that we have the opportunity to discover who we truly are, beneath the layers of identities we've accumulated over the years. As we shed our old identities, we create space for the emergence of our true selves. What if uncertainty isn't something to fear, but a doorway to deeper understanding? Navigating uncertainty can feel like navigating uncharted waters, but it is a significant part of the void stage. It's a time when the old ways of being no longer serve us, and the new has not yet emerged. It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, not knowing what's beneath, yet knowing that we must take the leap. In this space, we may feel like we've lost our compass. But it's important to remember that it's okay to not have all the answers. Uncertainty, in fact, is a necessary part of the journey. It's the fertile ground where the seeds of transformation are sown. It is the womb of becoming. Surrendering to the unknown may sound counterintuitive, but it's a powerful act of trust. It's about letting go of the need to control, to predict, to plan. It's about opening ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that lie ahead, even if they're not visible yet. So, how do we navigate this? We learn to trust the process. We learn to trust ourselves. We learn to trust that just like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, we too are undergoing a metamorphosis. In navigating uncertainty, we learn to trust ourselves and the journey. Remember, the void stage is not a destination, but a passage. On the other side awaits a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the cosmos. What if the void isn't an obstacle, but an opportunity for self-discovery? This question may seem peculiar, but it's worth pondering. The void stage, while daunting, can be a catalyst for profound transformation. It serves as a canvas for introspection, a realm for self-discovery, and a platform for re-evaluating life's purpose. Imagine the void as a cocoon. It's dark, it's lonely, and it's restrictive. Yet within this cocoon, a metamorphosis is taking place. The caterpillar, once bound by the limitations of its previous form, surrenders to the process, trusting that change is inevitable. And in due time, it emerges as a butterfly, reborn and renewed. The void stage is akin to this process of metamorphosis. In the silent echoes of the void, we are presented with a unique opportunity to delve deep within ourselves. As we shed the old, we create room for the new. We begin to question, explore, and redefine our understanding of who we are and what we truly desire. In the midst of the void, we are given the chance to evaluate our values, our passions, and our aspirations. It's a time where we can reassess the path we're on and contemplate if it aligns with our true purpose. The void, though seemingly barren, is fertile ground for self-discovery. It's a space where we can confront our authentic selves, unmasked and unadorned. The void, though daunting, is a sacred space for self-discovery and reflection. Embrace it, for it's here that you'll uncover treasures that'll illuminate your path towards spiritual awakening. How do you find peace amidst the discomfort? This question may echo in your mind as you journey through the void stage of spiritual awakening. The discomfort experienced during this phase is not easy to bear, yet it's essential for your growth. Imagine a seed. Alone in the darkness, it faces a tremendous amount of pressure. Yet it is within this discomfort that the seed begins to sprout, pushing its way up through the soil to eventually bloom in the sunlight. Just like the seed, you too are undergoing a transformation. Mindfulness practices are a potent tool to cope with this discomfort. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you create a safe space to observe your feelings without judgment, allowing them to exist without attempting to change them. This practice can bring about a sense of peace amidst the tumultuous waves of the void. Meditation, too, can serve as a powerful ally. By silencing the mind, you create room for your inner wisdom to surface, guiding you through the darkness. Regular meditation can help you stay centered, even during the most challenging times. Lastly, engage in activities that bring you peace. Perhaps it's a calm walk in nature, painting, or listening to soothing music. These activities can serve as a gentle reminder of the beauty that exists, even in moments of discomfort. In embracing discomfort, we find strength and resilience. Remember, like the seed, you are not falling apart. You are merely breaking ground for the beautiful bloom that is to come. Can creativity be the key to navigating the void? In the midst of the void stage, a peculiar thing happens. The emptiness, the loss, the disorientation, they all become a blank canvas, a fertile ground for creative expression. In the void, the usual distractions fade away. The mind quiets and the creative spirit stirs. It's as if the silence and solitude of the void awaken the artist within. This is where the magic happens. The feelings of emptiness and detachment can be channeled into a painting, a poem, a song, or any form of creative expression. For many, the act of creating becomes a means of exploring the self. It's a journey inward, a way to process the emotions that bubble up in the void. This creative exploration can bring clarity, understanding, and even healing. It's a way to communicate with the self, to express the inexpressible. Moreover, creativity offers a sense of purpose and direction in the midst of the void's uncertainty. It becomes a beacon, a guiding light that can lead the way through the darkness. It's a reminder that even in the emptiness there is potential for creation, for growth, for transformation. And so it seems, creativity is not just a distraction or a temporary salve. It's a powerful tool, a compass pointing the way forward. In creativity we find a powerful ally to navigate the void. Do you feel stuck? Like nothing is changing? This is a common sentiment during the void stage of spiritual awakening. It's easy to mistake the quiet, the emptiness, for stagnation. But what if I told you that this perceived standstill is merely an illusion? In the void stage, it might seem as if you're treading water, making no headway. Yet the reality is far from it. Imagine a seed buried deep within the earth. On the surface, it appears as if nothing is happening. But beneath the soil, away from the visible eye, the seed is undergoing a transformation. It's germinating, preparing to sprout and bloom into a plant. This is the essence of the void stage. It is an unseen, internal process of growth and transformation. It is the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly, where the real magic happens in the quiet cocoon. It is the rise of the phoenix from the ashes, a symbol of rebirth and renewal. So if you find yourself in the void, feeling as if you're stagnating, remember that stillness is not synonymous with stagnation. It's a period of introspection, of self-discovery, of shedding old skins and preparing for rebirth. It's a time of unseen internal growth that paves the way for your spiritual evolution. Remember, even when it feels like nothing is happening, you are growing. What if the key to navigating the void is patience and trust? It's a question that may seem simple, but holds profound implications for our spiritual journey. Patience and trust are words that we often hear, yet seldom grasp their true essence, especially when we're caught in the throes of the void. The void, with its cloak of uncertainty and emptiness, can make these virtues seem distant, even unreachable. Yet it's precisely in such challenging times that their power becomes most palpable. Patience is not merely about waiting. It's about maintaining a calm composure, an unyielding faith, even when everything around us seems to be falling apart. It's about understanding that the void, as mystical and daunting as it may seem, is not a permanent state. Trust, on the other hand, is about surrendering to the process of awakening. It's about letting go of our need for control, our desire for immediate answers, and allowing the journey to unfold in its own time, in its own way. It's about believing that even in the depth of the void, we're exactly where we need to be. Patience and trust are more than virtues. They're tools that can guide us, comfort us, and ultimately transform us. They remind us that the void is not an end, but a necessary part of our spiritual growth. Patience and trust are your guiding lights in the journey through the void. What awaits on the other side of the void? As we journey through the void stage, we're not just aimlessly adrift. We're moving, growing, evolving. And then a shift happens. The emptiness begins to recede, slowly replaced by a dawning clarity and a sense of renewed purpose. This is what we call integration and emergence. Integration is the process of synthesizing our experiences within the void, taking the lessons we've learned, the insights we've garnered, and weaving them into our new identity. It's a process of reconciliation, of coming to terms with the old self we've shed and the new self we're becoming. Emergence, on the other hand, is the act of stepping forth from the void into the light of our newfound understanding. It's a rebirth of sorts, a moment of profound transformation where we come to truly recognize and embrace our authentic selves. And what a moment it is! Individuals often emerge from the void with a clarity they've never experienced before, a deep and abiding connection to their true selves. They come forth with a renewed sense of purpose, a drive to live their lives in alignment with their deepest truths and highest aspirations. But remember, the journey through the void is not a one-time event. It's a cycle a rhythm of life that we'll revisit time and again as we continue to grow and evolve on our spiritual path. From the void, we emerge transformed, connected to our true selves and ready to embrace life with renewed purpose.